Probably the most important thing was we had to face that same demon that we've been facing in the third quarter and for much of this year. And that's the great thing about this league is some of the things that you see and sometimes fall short. You have another opportunity the next game, and I was glad we had that opportunity to deal with the anxiety and deal with the pressure of having to respond in the third quarter. We started to execute a little bit better. We had some turnovers and some tough shots where they stepped up their defense through the first 6 minutes of the third quarter, but then we settled in and got the ball where it needed to go, and then quite frankly, defended and saved some possessions that also take some of the pressure off of your offense. And so we had a lot of different contributions. Obviously, the floor game of Tyler was terrific. Even that stat line doesn't necessarily indicate how much of an impact he had on the game. Defensively, getting over screens, always around the ball. UD gave us 4 important minutes when CB was gassed and had to come out in the fourth quarter. And was part of a 4-point swing there. So a lot of contributions. It wasn't necessarily the prettiest game all the way through, but us responding, having what we've experienced, it was good to see.
What do you like most about the way your young guys are stepping up to this opportunity with Ruel and Dwayne Allen?
Well, they get their opportunities. They've been really dedicated to their player development, but then the way the season's going, boom, you have to play. And you're expected to produce, and then now you have to do it when there's duress and pressure of the third quarter, which we've been facing. And I'd love to see the young guys respond to that. They were fearless tonight, so it wasn't only Tyler. James was terrific with his energy and his toughness. Norris gave us some very important minutes in the second half. His stat line wouldn't indicate how much of an impact he had on the game. So it was good to see us grind out a quote-unquote ugly game. Those are the games we like to get.
What's your philosophy on the mid-range jumpers with Hassan? Is that just green light, or
what are you looking for? I mean, if it falls within the context of what we do, he has good touch. There was one opportunity, he knew it. He had an opportunity for one more. That's an important play for us when you see somebody with a better shot moving on to a better shot. But if he's wide open and they're disrespecting him and it comes within the flow of what we do, I'm fine with that.
Were those touches planned for Hassan at the 10 straight points? Were you guys going to him?
Yeah, we were trying to run a little bit of the offense through the post. Just to slow it down a little bit and settle us. They were really defending our pick and rolls and flattening us out on that for a few minutes. So we went to something else just to change the menu, and he responded well, and it also was a good response for our team just to settle us.
Didn't seem like it was a big emphasis to maybe get the ball to him earlier. Was that something that was big down the stretch for you guys there?
Whatever it takes, and that's the way the game dictated itself. We had CB out during that stretch, and like I said, they stepped up their pick and roll defense. It was very good in the second half, and we had to try to go to a different part of the menu.
Erik, you talked about a little bit about this already. What do you like about Tyler Johnson as a player?
Well, what you see, the competitiveness, the floor game. He always seems to be around the ball. He has a knack for loose balls, 50-50 play, and timing of those plays. They usually happen at important moments during the game, but he's aggressive, he's fearless, he's a two-way player.
You said Deng was planning to get some work, and I think did get some work before the game. Are you optimistic based on that as far as Tuesday's game?
Too early to tell, way too early. Everything right now has to be day-to-day. So some of you probably were able to see his workout. And the only thing we can do now is wait. When we get to Detroit, he'll work out again tomorrow if he can, and we'll reevaluate.
Have you guys scheduled anything as far as Dwayne joining you on the trip?
Not as of now, no.
Was Bosh hurt in the fourth quarter? Was he out for Haslam? What was the reason?
Fatigue. Yeah, he was really gassed. So he just needed a short stretch. I was only going to take him out for 2 minutes, but UD's minutes were great. So we actually started to go on a little bit of a run there, and I left him in. And that's why veteran players like UD are so important. One, for their leadership for our culture and what's important to us. His competitive spirit is there regardless of whether he's playing or not. But then when you need clutch minutes, he can handle it emotionally, and you throw him in there and he can give you productive minutes.